For most of a month, from the middle of June until the middle of July, I struggled with very limited success to recover myself from the Hell March, to reestablish the good routines, to try and make more progress combating the bad ones. Toward the beginning of that time, I did one good thing, and that was that I took all the footage and I cut it. The trip footage, I mean. I cut it into little chunks of art, the apex of which got 22 views. After accomplishing that much, the next few weeks were downhill all the way. And not in the sense of not having to expend energy, because I expended a lot of it, but there wasn't much return on investment. I simply existed. And finally, I gave up, lied back, accepted the beating. In the words of the metaphor. And I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I accomplish anything toward the reestablishment of good routines. It doesn't matter who is right and who is wrong. I don't care. For as long as it takes, I choose to have only 2 jobs, maybe 3. I'm going to make sure the cats are fed. I'm going to make sure the bills are paid. And I'm going to write. Seriously, no more and no less than once per day. I'm going to spill with intention. That's all. It doesn't matter if I walk. It doesn't matter if I eat well or fast intermittently. It doesn't matter if I get anything done toward making the bathroom a more habitable place. Cats fed, bills paid, spill accomplished. Doing a good job on those 3 small tasks and abandoning all the others finally started to have a positive effect in the last few days. Now I feel as if I am recovering myself, recovering my studied when this heat will end. In no way is it hot these last weeks by Arizona standards, but by Sandrock standards, it's been quite terrible. And I don't know exactly how much of that is the few degrees of temperature for a few weeks longer than normal, and how much of that is simply me getting old and being less capable of tolerating it. But for now, I don't have to answer that question anymore because I'm finally starting to heal. Heat or no, maybe another month and a half before my ability to tolerate what is has also recovered. Because of course in that much time it actually will be a little cooler, but also I'll be better. A double rising tide. If you haven't been indulging yourself in one of being laying down at the spill, and I know you haven't, and I want to tell you that that's okay. You're missing out. Some good shit. Of course, there's a lot of good shit you're missing out on every day of your life. And in the end, it's all just tears and rain. Here's a few scenes from the month that was. The haboob, the solstice. Dust cloud has moved on past, but not the wind. Hours flickering. Now when I say that low population density is the source of all good things. I'm referring to the population primarily of primates, hominids. Birds, on the other hand, are a different kettle. There we have something more like an inverse proportion. The more of them there are, the better. Up to certain limits, I suppose. It's a much sunnier day than it was supposed to be. Early here on the 23rd June. And nevertheless, I walk further than I thought I might. In the coming week, I will find a way to truly heal. It is very early on the 29th of June. A little bit later than what you could call first light. The point of getting up this early and being out this early is to be up there on the flood wall at civil dawn. A great part of the point in being up on the flood wall at civil dawn is, of course, to have a nice view, but even more importantly, in my personal aesthetic, is that this is when the least people are around. At least the time when the least people are around and there's still a little bit of light to see by. Living tricky there, Mr. Pickup. I think this is the most full that I've ever seen this Rio. Ample evidence of the heavier monsoon rains to the east and south. this morning is not so much about water as it is about sky. Right now, in this exact moment, we are perched halfway between first light and the actual sunrise, which is scheduled to appear 1/2 hour from now. Why is any of this important? It's not, except to me, for highly subjective reasons that even I cannot fully explain. To put it another way, I don't know what I'm doing, but I am doing it. Let the day begin. The day begin. The day start.